Welcome, Diecast fans. I'm Tom Spanners Watson.
And I'm Frank the Euro Gibbs.
And it's time for the epic conclusion to the colour run.
It's right, mate. Over the last 6 weeks, each driver has moved through, so we've got a representative of each colour. And at the end of tonight's racing, we will definitively be able to prove what colour car is the fastest.
And last week, we had a bit of a surprise with the McLaren coming in first, the only car of the exotics to actually do any good.
For tonight's race order, we're going to send every driver down the track to set their fastest time, and that'll determine where they start the first race. First up, we've got Hey Dam driving the Toyota Supra, and he's looking to set up a quick time.
The only tuner in the field, and Hey Dam sets a 14.10 time. Where's that going to sit him in the pack?
The first of the two El Caminos tonight, Tie-Dyed Parrot driving the blue El Camino. Can he beat Hey Dam's time?
The El Camino seem to dominate their races, being very low slung and wide, and he sets a 14.674 time.
So that puts Tie-Dyed Parrot in second place, and now we've got Jeff Speed, the only car with flames.
Now, there were a lot of cars in the field earlier that had flames, but only one made it through, so that kind of ruins your theory, right?
Not necessarily.
So Jeff Speed, a 14.948, puts him in third place. Now, Rod Farber in the Mustang was flying in his racing, and it looks like he's feeding the Mustang some jandal in his time trial.
He's definitely giving it the beans, and look at that, a 13.704. That moves him into first place.
Representing Team Purple, it's Lone Star driving the Chevy C10 truck.
It's also really interesting that there's basically 3 utes or trucks and 3 cars. What a great balance.
Yeah, I must say I'm surprised neither one dominated, but a slower time there from Lone Star. That's going to put him in 5th place at the moment. As we go to the last driver, Brandon Fitz driving the McLaren.
This McLaren was definitely surprising, and he's looking super quick. Can he beat out Rod Farber for number 1? Not quite, but a great time puts him in 2nd place.
So leading us out, we've got Rod Farber. Next to him will be Jeff Speed. Then we've got Hey Dam, Tie-Dyed Parrot, and in the back row, we've got Jeff Speed and Lone Star.
And while we give the drivers a final chance to tweak their rides before the final race, I've got a little something special with C10 versus C10, but it's Hot Wheels versus Matchbox.
Now, interestingly, the C10 from Matchbox, quite different, sits much, much higher, not quite as wide when you compare it to the Hot Wheels Custom.
Yeah, this low-slung beauty looks magnificent, and we know that they're quick on the track, but how are they going to go compared to each other?
Well, it's a battle from way back. Matchbox versus Hot Wheels.
Good versus evil.
Well, that's a bit harsh, mate.
Well, my money's got to be on the Hot Wheels because it's Hot Wheels.
Well, you might just be losing that bet, mate. That Matchbox
we didn't
truck
shake
is
hands.
flying. Look, oh no, he's got.
Maybe we did shake hands.
The Hot Wheels C10 needs to get around and finish, otherwise it's a rerun. It looks like he's managed to get the truck into reverse, and he's going to make a run for the finish. Gets it, it's turned around and facing the right direction, and he will take the first win.
I was a little bit concerned with that Matchbox truck getting out into an early lead, but look at that, high centre of gravity was never going to hold up, and unfortunately just blows it.
So Frank, what are the rules in this special race of yours?
First driver to win 2 races wins, and if it's 1 race apiece, then the fastest qualifier gets the inside line.
Drivers much closer this time. The Hot Wheels tries to go up the inside. There's contact between the drivers, and it looks like the Matchbox truck is going to cruise off for an easy win here with the Hot Wheels truck stalled out in Bogan Alley.
Now, it's important to remember, Spanners, that we did not shake hands on that bet.
Whatever, mate.
The Matchbox driver there playing a little bit dirty, slamming that poor Hot Wheels truck into the sidewall and takes an easy win, and unfortunately that gave him a much better time as well, so the Matchbox takes the inside line.
So here we go, final race, bragging rights on the line. Who's going to take it out?
Oh God, I hope that Matchbox truck tips over.
Well, the Matchbox out to an early lead, but here comes the Hot Wheels starting to close the gap as they head into Big Kahuna Corner. It is neck and neck.
Go Hot Wheels,
here we
go.
Pulls to the side, tries to go around, and I'm not sure who took that out.
Wowzers, that was close. Talk about leaving his run to the last minute. That is crazy close. I still can't tell. Can we get another angle?
So here we go, looking from the finish line. It's still too close to call, but there you go. Matchbox takes it out by a whisker.
Oh, good grief, what a good race. But congratulations, Matchbox. That was a great bit of driving, and you've obviously got a good C10 on your hands there.
If you like to boil the crap out of your peas, make sure you can still taste the penis by buying Pete's Farms peas. Pete's Farms, taste the penis. You've seen them qualify, you've seen them race, but who is going to take it out?
There's a lot of great contenders. Rod Farber and that Mustang's got to be difficult to beat. The McLaren's got a good shot because it's a middle upper and a middle base, but in this race, anything can happen.
So breakaway group there, Rod Farber and Brandon Fitz leading the field. Hey Dam and Fitz start to spin, slowing the rest of the field down, and it's Rod Farber out with the first win, and a cracking time, sub 14 again. There goes Jeff Speed in 2nd place, and what happened to everybody else?
You see the 2 El Caminos at the back there, vying for position and all three trucks in the back row. Disappointing for them. Hey Damn starts to spin and slows everybody down, and then as we go into Big Kahuna Corner, everybody's just about stopped. Jeff Speed gets away, and Hey Damn just rolls ahead of Lone Star by the look of it.
Well, that is a disappointing finish for 4 of those drivers, and especially for Lone Star because he is at the back of the field. He gets eliminated.
Tough rules, mate, but that's the way it goes.
So very lucky there for Hey Damn. He was in the back of that pack, but just rolled ahead of Lone Star at the last minute. So we say goodbye to Lone Star as Team Purple get eliminated.
Okay, racers, it's time to cross purple off your list if you want a fast car. Who's next on the chopping block?
Well, Rod Farber back in lead position. Jeff Speed a great drive in that last race to pull into second place. It looks like Jeff's putting some moves on Rod Farber. He gets sideways. Looks like some of the drivers might have been tangled up going through Bogan Alley. Rod Farber out in the lead, and here goes Hey Damn. Slips right around Rod Farber. Farber trying hard to catch up, but Hey Damn is going to take the win. Jeff Speed slips through for second again. And oh no, Rod Farber ends up last.
What in the sweet Megan Markle happened there? Rod Farber had this nailed, although he did get some air there somehow. He had a good lead over the rest of the field. The drivers finally sorted themselves out. Hey Damn gives it the beans in reverse somehow and times his overtake of Rod Farber perfectly. He races down to the finish, and then Rod Farber tries to straighten himself out. Both El Caminos bully their way around, and then look at the McLaren. Rod trying to block him out, but you're just not going to do it with the extra weight in that McLaren with the middle base and middle top. He forces his way through, and Brandon Fitz just hold on.
I was definitely not expecting that. That Mustang has been consistent and fast all the way through so far.
Well, not fast enough. He's eliminated, and green is off the table if you want a quick car.
So Hey Damn and the Supra sneaks into first place. Jeff Speed beside him, Tie-Dye Parrot and Brandon Fitz bringing up the rear. Hey Damn leads him into Bogan Alley. Jeff Speed tries to go around. Everybody's trying to squeeze around Hey Damn. Hey Damn gets pushed from behind by Brandon Fitz, but it's Jeff Speed in the El Camino takes an easy first place. There goes Hey Damn, and it looks like Brandon Fitz slipped past Tie-Dyed Parrot in that last straight.
And what a great move here from Jeff Speed in the El Camino. Used that weight of that vehicle to get up high and then muscle Hey Damn, and Brandon Fitz getting into the rear end of Hey Damn there.
That was pretty brutal. Hey Damn managed to get it together, gets into second place, and I'm pretty sure that Brandon Fitz, he crosses ahead of Tie-Dyed Parrot. So that means we say goodbye to the blue El Camino.
I never really liked blue anyway. I thought it was a slow colour.
Well, how about that? Yellow and red in the front row makes orange in the back, but is Brandon Fitz going to slip by and take the win?
It had to be one of the bright colours to win.
Speed trying to get ahead of the other two. Oh, Hey Damn goes sideways, gets flipped over.
Oh, tough
That
break.
is bad news for Hey Damn. He is automatically eliminated, flipping onto his roof by the look of it, with some help from the McLaren of Brandon Fitz.
Yeah, check this out. The McLaren tries to go up the inside. Hey Damn gives him a nudge into the wall. Fitz nudges him back, slides Hey Damn with a perfect pit manoeuvre, and that put him sideways into the wall, and that was enough to just flip him onto his lead. Brutal.
Let's have a look at this in slow-mo. Look at this flick right into the perfect part on Hey Damn's car to send him into a spin. And unfortunately, that landing sideways into that wall is never going to be good. And we say goodbye to Hey Damn and the red Supra.
Now, before the final, it's time for a quick word from our sponsors.
No, it's not. We don't have any sponsors.
As I said, let's get into the final race.
So here we go. Fitz versus Speed, yellow versus orange, McLaren versus El Camino.
The sleek, weighted McLaren versus the white El Camino. It's a battle of the ages.
Fitz chasing Speed. Speed gets up on two wheels as he exits Bogan Alley. Here comes the McLaren, tries to get up the inside, but he gets spun out going through Big Kahuna Corner, and Jeff Speed takes the win.
Wow, these two were really evenly matched. That was so tight through Bogan Alley, and then as they exited through that second dogleg, check this out. Fitz puts the pressure on Speed. Speed up on two wheels. He could have easily gone horribly wrong, but a phenomenal bit of driving there, and he holds on to it all the way and takes the win.
Well, there was a surprisingly close race at the end of the competition as we say goodbye to the McLaren and congratulations to Jeff Speed driving the El Camino.
But most importantly, it's proven once and for all that if you want a quick car, you've got to put flames on it.
I thought your whole tournament was about colour, not flames.
And it needs to be yellow, clearly.
Well, what an epic run. There's only one thing left to do. Celebration Donuts.
Take it away, Jeff.
We really hope you've enjoyed this series. That's the last of the racing for this year. We look forward to picking you up again in January. Thanks very much for watching. I'm Tom Spanners Watson. He's Frank the Guru Gibbs. Here's some more donuts.